If you have a HTML document with an inline script in it, you will get an error that inline scripts are not allowed. So what we have to do is move the body of the script to a separate file. So let me just cut this, create a new file, script.js, paste it in here, and set its type to static1. The static1 type serves files based on their file extension. So now if we go back, we will have to reference the script file by its path. And now if we visit that page, it should work. One thing to note is that, let me refresh, you will see we are on the network tab, seeing JavaScript only. You can see that this script file is not cached. This other one is, this is the toolbar, but this is not cached. Let me refresh, again it's not cached. So it's loaded from the server every single time, even though it is not cached. This is not ideal. So what we want to do is add an O1 cache parameter, because then the platform will handle caching for you. It will set the required response headers so that the browser will cache the response. So at first let me just enter anything here, because the system doesn't care what is in here. If O1 cache is present, it will be cached, and it is your responsibility to change this number or value every time the document is updated. So let me refresh. It was loaded. Refresh again, and now it was loaded from the cache. Now the problem is, if you add something here, this won't be loaded by the client, because again it is going to use its cache. So now we have to update this value to make sure it is loaded by the client again. This is obviously not an ideal solution to have to update it manually every time, so there is a solution for that. Instead of hard coding the value here, we should take some kind of a value based on the contents of the script file. And how do we do that? Well, there is a server-side JavaScript engine called SJS4E. So we are going to change the type of this file from... Do I have network issues? Apparently. Anyways, from static1 to SJS4E. This is a built-in JavaScript engine that is similar to PHP, so that you can embed the code right here without changing the whole document. So we can just print some values with this statement. By the way, you can find, if you go to boomla.com docs API reference file types, this is the SJS4E engine with all its documentation, and there are some other engines you can check out. So coming back here, we are going to select this file, which we can do by saying source.select/script.js. Source is the source file, so the file holding this source code. Select a file from this context, and it's script.js. If you write script.js without the slash at the start, it would look within the hello HTML file, because in Boomla you can store files in files. So in case you wanted to have a relative path, you would have to say ... so that it's not looking within the hello HTML, but a level higher, so next to it. Okay, so at this point, we have our script.js file, and then we can say .body hash. This is going to calculate a hash based on the file's contents, so it will change every time you change the file. So let's see how this will work. Refresh. You can see it's loaded from the server. A second time it's cached. And let's see the source. So you can see this hash is calculated here. Now Let me come and change the script again. It will be reflected here. Network, JavaScript. You can see it was loaded again. A second time, it's loaded from memory cache. And if we take the source code again, you can see it's different from the one above. So that's a very easy way to cache it on the client side and still be able to automatically load the new version of any JavaScript file as you change them. That was it.